My dear sisters and brothers in Christ, today's Gospel reading describes two incidents where the Pharisees accused Jesus of breaking the Sabbath law. In the first instance, the disciples pick up the grains to eat when they are walking through a field. Chapter 2, verses 23 to 28. And later in the synagogue, Jesus cures a man with a withered hand on a Sabbath day. Chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. Jesus uses these occasions to explain the real meaning of the law. An understanding of the purpose of Jewish Sabbath law is necessary to fully comprehend the meaning of these readings. The Hebrew word Shabbat means to cease the work or to rest. God commands the people of Israel, from evening to evening shall you keep your Sabbath. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 32. There are two versions in the Old Testament regarding the command of the Lord to keep the Sabbath. In the first instance, Exodus 28 to 11, the purpose of the Sabbath is to remember the creative work of God. Thus, when we come together as a community of the faithful to celebrate Sunday, that is our Sabbath, in the church, we are allowing God to create us anew every week. How beautiful is it that we can sit in our church and look back and then say that we have done good work the last 6 days. Then we are praying to God to bless us for all the work we have done last week. That also means that we understand everything we do in our relationship with God. In the second version, Deuteronomy chapter 5 verses 12 to 15, the purpose of celebrating the Sabbath is more humanitarian. The servants and animals are allowed to take rest from the labors. God cares and looks after the needs of everyone. The people of Israel are called to remember their slavery and liberation constantly. So, they allow the animals and their servants to take rest, and thus everyone has the time to worship the Lord. Here, the people of Israel are called to keep the Sabbath as they remember their liberation. It also refers to their Sinai experience, where they had made a permanent relationship with God. They are declaring that they have encountered God in their life at Sinai and want to stay in that loving relationship. When Jesus supports his disciples as they eat the grains from the field, he establishes himself as the Lord of the Sabbath. Thus, the real purpose of the law is to generate goodness based on their relationship to God. When Jesus encounters the man with the withered hand, he is giving the man a new life. God is the life giver and judge of everything, and that can be done on Sabbath also. In the Jewish tradition, the alien, the fatherless, and the widow need special attention because they are vulnerable people. Those who are on a journey are also vulnerable because they are away from their homes and face many threats on the way. The Pharisees were sensitive to these realities, and thus they are not criticizing the action but bringing the Sabbath element into the discussion. Jesus saw the heart of the law, which is love. Jesus explains the real meaning of the Sabbath. Acts of love, compassion, and the love are part of the Sabbath celebration. We also should celebrate our Sunday with the attitude of Jesus. We cooperate with God in making this world a better place through our labor. God has given us the blessing to enjoy the fruit of our labor. If there is anyone among us or around us who is less privileged, we should share our blessings with them. Let us thank God for the many blessings He has given us in the last week, and also pray that in the coming week we may glorify God through our daily labors.